I think it would also be interesting to look at when we see as far back as late 70s and early 80s when advent of computerization started. We used to have these big computers, like big mainframe computers, which used to be like almost the size of a room, sometimes size of a house. And small enterprises or small companies would not be able to afford purchasing such expensive IT equipments, and they would look at renting services to enjoy that IT power, to have that kind of IT resilience in their systems. As we went into 90s and 2000s, I think thanks to the technology innovations and particle engineering that Intel and MD and other technology providers kept innovating, the form factor started kept getting smaller and getting shrunk. We have this desktops becoming small, laptops, smartphones have come in. So the form factor has given rise to now people start to have the computing resources at their hand. And here comes this era of 2000 now, where the data explosion has happened, where again the computation power, the computer systems are becoming short to handle that kind of a data. And they're looking at now even cloud computing, so to say, which gives them ample opportunity to optimize their IT systems and reinvent and deliver their core products and utilities and services back into the market without worrying about much on the cost. So I think when even look at services of Google, for example, we all use Google every day. We have to just get into the user interface page of Google, create our account, and we can enjoy the emailing services, even the Dropbox, OneDrive, and so many utilities are available on the fly. So this is a very good time. I think the whole industry is at the cusp of a huge transformation because of the flavors and form of cloud computing per se, where people say that it really doesn't matter where this computing power comes from, as long as they get what they want, which means the computing power, power to be able to handle the data, to be able to process the data, to be able to manage and store the data and get it where you want it, without worrying about whether heavy, expensive IT systems are to be purchased or not to be purchased. So I think I read it in some of the research report, around 2 quadrillion bytes of data getting generated almost every day. Just for information, 1 quadrillion actually means 1,000 billion bytes. That kind of a data is getting generated every day. We consume, we like to consume, we are consuming, we are creating data content every second. We are clicking photographs, we are making selfies, we are making videos, and with the technology improving side by side from, let's say, 2G to 3G and 4G, data tariffs are falling on our internet access. So we like to produce and consume more and more data. So hence, there is a huge explosion of technology giving us such good speeds now. We used to have earlier the dial-up services, which used to be around 2 megs speed. Now in our household, we enjoy almost like 100, 200 meg speed now. So I think both the things are going side by side, and everything is going up. So I think cloud computing is a phenomenon which is here to stay. And the way we are consuming data, the way we are leveraging our experiences, I think this is going to be a key component in all our social interfaces and also our enterprise life, where work from home culture, most of our education has become online now in this time. Almost I don't see anybody who would have gone to an institute to receive a piece of education, where everything is online. We have Netflix, Amazon streaming tons and tons of videos every day at the click of a mere small subscription fee. We can enjoy entertainment. So while there are difficulties, and we have learned to innovate. So I think it's an interesting area that you touched. I think we have just seen small of it. There's too much to come on our way.